Yeah, Kia Beats. Yo, Kia, what up? I used to be scared of pigs, judges and wigs, authority abusers inside tinted cruisers. Pull out batons, get Negroes head crack on. Stuff vests with drug notes they stole from a thug's coat. Thugs buy pitch drugs and never get caught up. Use trade tricks, these servants are made dicks. Have the front lines with dummies that know no law, to make you assume that they know no law. Smarter than a fifth grader, rights violators, oaths and badges, but acting so savage. No intellect to object or interject. Civilly dead passes all get intercept. Foul balls get caught, Negro leaders swinging and missing deliberate. Your head they deliver it to the front and pharaoh, dressing like your ancestors. Study, study, study Moorish holy Quran lessons. Don't be fooled by the leaders, saying they black, taking yellow envelopes, weighing they stacks, sold you out to the lodge, and government corpses sacrifice their own to their pale guard bosses. Don't be fooled by the leaders, saying they black, taking yellow envelopes, weighing they stacks, sold you out to the lodge, and government corpses sacrifice their own to their pale guard bosses. Moor's been telling, never to the point of yelling, like black power cowards slaving, never rebelling, backstabber, all talk, never killed a cracker, or kill their own like overseers for slave master, kill their own mentally, not a physical death, not in full life, only civilly dead is left. If you went right, you look up to a conscious dyke, abandoning birthrights for a monstrous fight you're not prepared for, cause you don't study. Lack of mental exercise, get minds water sluggy, savior waiting. When Drew said save yourself and learn to love, instead stop hating. Shells filled with black books calling us Moors, no need for four-legged beasts mauling us Moors, cause status sets the stage like a costume ball banquet. Suffocate devils with a Baphomet blanket. More on my vessel, not anchor but anchor. We civilized sellouts will tell you we conquered and got everything handed down like a sofa. But Europe comes from a Moorish queen Europa. America comes from Morocco, not Vespucci. Egypt is America in Illuminati movies. Bruce Almighty used Morgan Freeman as God to prove black can't be, so stop living a fraud. Wake up, can't you see your own sold you out? Wake up. Can't you see your own sold you out? Wake up. Can't you see your own sold you out? That's what Moor's been telling you about. Don't be fooled by leaders, saying they black, taking yellow envelopes, weighing they stacks, sold you out to the lodge, and government corpses sacrifice their own to their pale guard bosses. Don't be fooled by leaders, saying they black, taking yellow envelopes, weighing they stacks, sold you out to the lodge, and government corpses sacrifice their own to their pale guard bosses. Yeah. Noble Drew Ali told y'all, you're not Negro, black, colored. So anybody selling you that, know that they're selling y'all out. Anybody selling you that, know that they're selling you out. Kia, what up? Dreamy and drooling, falling for the fooling. Mental slaves sell out or get bought out for cooning. Being your example to follow with no strain. Meant means mind, so govern and entertain is more than you imagine. Carbon is melanin, Quran and Bible angels are cherubim and seraphim. Riding on the light angles, traveling at warp speed. We created quartz reeds, now we can't walk free. The mind is the plantation, everything is mental. Even filling your brother with lead like a pencil. Mercenaries with chalk use bodies as a stencil. If rival gangs won't stop you, barbed wire fence will. It could take more, but it might take less. Cursing your God on Job's, cash in the fake checks. Spending fake monopoly money, counterfeit at best. When you see something is wrong, you need to counter it best as you can. You don't need a magic wand or to click your heels twice to escape dreamland. Just use your mind. If you can't relate, you're living in an illusion, slave to the dream state. You just heard about Drew Ali, don't think he's late. He brought nationality and link back to your east state. As Negro and black, we act like we can't see straight. Shake them by the shoulders, wake them from their dream state. If you just heard about Drew Ali, don't think he's late. He brought nationality and link back to your east state. As Negro and black, we act like we can't see straight. Shake them by their shoulders, wake them from their dream state. Invasion. Drew Ali my water when the fire starts blazing. Running with the holy buckets, the Caucasian. While Asiatics daydreaming, mental stargazing. Not paying attention, but paying taxes and fines. Nas said the world is yours, he really meant mine. If I ruled the world, you wouldn't want to be black. You wouldn't want to be a deadbeat dad or be whacked for sure. You wouldn't want to be the dirty Moor leader, convicted and facing my firing squad either. You won't be put in a box, forget the cedar. Taking tires off cars at unexpired meters. If I ruled the world, dirty Moors would hate it. Find them with their wrists slit in bathrooms naked. Find them holding scimitar handles slumped over with suicide notes to Jehovah. If you just heard about Drew Ali, don't think he's late. He brought nationality and link back to your East state. As Negro and black, we act like we can't see straight. Shaken by the shoulders, waking from their dream state. If you just heard about Drew Ali, don't think he's late. He brought nationality and link back to your East state. As Negro and black, we act like we can't see straight. Shaken by their shoulders, waking from their dream state. Dream a little dream, wake up from the nightmare, dream a big dream. Live your life in fright, scared to change. When everything that grows must do such or stay stagnant. Living your life as a pageant, made up faces with eyeliner and makeup, created by the same ones you call racist. Wake up, allow their dignity and exercise patience. Don't shock them too hard with electrifying statements. Everything cloudy, mind acting rowdy, hypnotized by Piper, signing rap ungodlies. Having so much influence, youths won't pull their pants up, looking like a jailbird, begging for some handcuffs. In a dream state, getting grands up for freedom. Fiat is a slave to banks, you better see them. No different than the people are slaves to brand names. Move from dream to reality, change the landscape. He started from the top, don't listen to your man Drake. Only till clan hates and Masonic handshakes don't work. Moors are back, do your homework and assignments. Realize Moorish is the science. You just heard about Drew Ali, don't think he's late. He brought nationality and link back to your East state. As Negro and black, we act like we can't see straight. Shaken by the shoulders, waking from their dream state. If you just heard about Drew Ali, don't think he's late. He brought nationality and link back to your East state. As Negro and black, we act like we can't see straight. Shaken by their shoulders, waking from their dream state.
رجعني لوحدي كنت ادور على طريقة وأنا لقيت عليه أعطاني جنسيتي رجعني لوحدي.
I was searching for a better way, and then I found you, Ale. He gave me nationality and brought me back to reality. I was searching for a better way, and then I found you, Ale. He gave me nationality and brought me back to reality. I was searching for a better way. I found you, Ale, and he saved me, Drew Ale.
He brought me back to reality.
So now I was searching for a better way, and found Drew Ale. He gave me nationality, he brought me back to reality. I was searching for a better way, and then I found you, Ale. He gave me nationality and brought me back to reality.
Tell you a little story about a monster creature, the Negro. The Negro is the most deceptive creature on the planet. While his words move in a rhythm meant to hypnotize, he makes himself up to appear to be one thing today and another tomorrow, bringing innocent yet unaware believers to his side, to be fleeced by his minions and cohorts, while he yet lingers with the people, secretly sucking on their energies and living off of their virtues. He positions himself to cause them to believe that he suffers as they do, He feels the pain which they bear, all the while growing fat from their energies, enshrined by their attention. He stores up so much of their borrowed power, he is able to produce monsters out of it. Reflections, illusions which resemble himself, appearing to be caring and comforting. These doppelgangers, these abominations he uses as diversions for his escape. Yet his destination is never far, for without the will of the many peoples propel him, he is more or less a flightless creature. A creature of almost no substance and no will other than to survive. A cosmic nomad of nefarious origins, he has stumbled upon this planet, exiled from all other sentient civilized systems he once haunted. A being not so much living as lived, existing mainly within the lower, baser regions of the mind. Partial to no particular environment, complexion, or political system, he is a bounty hunter. A mercenary who subcontracts his work to willing yet unaware volunteers who forfeit their true profits to him. To the victor go the spoils, but to the Negro goes a more lively and valuable treasure. Like a leech, he grows off of the lifeblood of the living, infecting others and leading them to an existence of the same. An existence that projects scarcity where there is abundance, fear where there is love, and darkness that can only pretend to cover the light. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali for leading us out of the darkness and into the marvelous light, and for reminding us that we are not Negro, black, or colored, but Moors, much more. Much more. Much more.
I was searching for a better way, and then I found you, Ale.
Islam Moors. Drew Ali told the Moors, we're not Negro, black, or colored. If these people know Elijah Muhammad, they know Noble Drew Ali. If these people know Marcus Garvey, they don't know Noble Drew Ali. If these people know Fard Muhammad, they definitely know Noble Drew Ali. But Drew Ali told us before these people came along, before these NOI people came along, Drew Ali was telling us we're not Negro, black, or colored. After Noble Drew Ali died, now NOI is popping up saying that we're black Asiatics. What's that tell you? Remember, Noble Drew Ali was before them. And remember, they most definitely had affiliations with Noble Drew Ali. They definitely had relations with Noble Drew Ali. So for them to pop up 2024 talking about black Anunnaki, and then they were taking pictures with Taj and talking about, oh yeah, wait for the high-level conversations with the Moors. Nothing. Placation. Just to get your attention. Because all these people are attention whores. And the best way to do it is take a picture with Taj. Go live with Taj. Show that you know Taj, and people are going to incompetently ride with you.
just because they know Taj. And it's only the dummies. It's only the dummies who see that these people didn't sell them out. NOI came out of the Moor Science Temple of America. Now they come over here with berets, which is a fez, playing games with you. Now they're selling berets with their little insignia on it. It's like Azariah told these Moors, you ain't got no army, but you're marching up and down the place. You ain't got no army, but you got a beret. What you got a beret for? Posing? No, this is a fashion show now. This is a fashion show. And then they're going to call that commerce and all that stuff, and they're helping their people. They're selling you $80 water. You're talking about testimonials. What testimonials? That's their people giving the testimonial. Of course, they're going to say it's the best stuff they ever had ever. Taking advantage of your incompetence. But it's okay. We don't give a shit. We don't give a shit. Keep poking your head up, Whack-A-Mole. Just keep poking your head up. Instead of shutting the hell up, going underground, you want to premiere stuff and all that. And then talk crazy. People are black, all types of incompetence. These people are going to talk. All types of incompetence. But they're a piñata. So you could more likely convince one or two. Don't be these people. Because the truth is out there. You don't have any excuse now. You don't have any excuse. Zero excuse.
The Moor science community, the Moors, basically, which is a generalized term of anyone of African descent. This is what was the term that was referred to as anybody. So pretty much anyone who is considered African American is technically a Moors, like a Moors descendant, being a descendant from Africa, being south of the equator. The term black is a magic spell that has been used to trick people into a false identity. The word black itself literally means Blake, which means white. So this is a trick by the Aryan supremacy, being the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire is now the Holy Roman Empire. If you're familiar with my content, we've gone over this tremendously. So long story short, people don't know about the Moors becoming friends and also uniting and even adopted and grafted into the Scottish families. So basically from Scotland all the way to northern Africa, being Egypt and everything else, there was a peace treaty that was established long ago because we were all like our ancestors that branched out essentially were brought out of captivity. This is where we go back into the story of like Moses and everything too. The real story, the real history, not just the biblical allegories and all this other stuff. All of that stuff is essentially the Moor science community, the Moors, basically, which is a generalized term of anyone of African descent. This is what was the term that was referred to as anybody. So pretty much anyone who is considered African American is technically a Moors.
Anybody who is technically African American, they're Moors. Not just them.
Once you understand that the so-called Indian is the Moor, you'll understand is that the fictional names that we've adopted to create divisions amongst us is the confusion.
How come they're not debating the master teacher? How come when the master teacher is on these Indian platforms, matter of fact, let me just get the invite ready. Let me get the invite in the chat. Because this is absolute hypocrisy. That you go on these people's lives or whatever like that, they got all this shit to talk about Moors. But when the master teacher's on their platform, they got nothing to say. They talk about master teacher and all this. All these indigenous whoever's that had Taj to be on their platform or they interviewed him or whatever. How is it that these people aren't saying they're Moors, they're still saying they're Indians when master teacher just said that Indians are Moors? Islam Moor?
Islam Grand Sheik. This time and then I clicked on, I see you were live. Let me click on, I'm a little late. I ain't follow what was going on, so I'll catch up.
Islam Moor.
Islam.
You're always on time, you don't worry.
Because when you do the research, you'll find out that they're all Moors. That's the whole point. Get over it. And some of the Moors agreed to go by the designation Indian, thinking that they were getting some sovereignty from the hybrid Europeans. So do research on the Bureau of Indian Affairs, the evolutionary, and also the reservations that they created, and got some of the different tribes to agree to be Indian to get a benefit. Some people call them $5 Indians. And then you got to deal also with not India, because there's no such thing as India, deal with people from Sindh, or what you call Hindustan, and the Naga, who also have been here with us, that also have their original origin from Central Africa and are pretending, some of them, that they're not Africans. So get over it. Your argument is people buying into the artificial constructs that have been erected to divide the Asiatic African tribes and peoples against themselves. That's where that argument has its origin. Once you understand that the so-called Indian is the Moor, you'll understand is that the fictional names that we've adopted to create divisions amongst us is the confusion.
That's from the master teacher. That's from the master teacher. And no Negro, black, colored, Indian, African, whatever fiction, none of them are going to have anything to say. Zero of them are going to have something to say. But as soon as they go on their little platform or whatever, now they got all the back talk in the world. Now these people are two-faced liars. There's nobody can have a bill with the master teacher and not say you're more after that. If you must be incompetent or you're a sellout. If you can engage the master teacher, Taj Tariq Bey, for an hour, and you're not convinced that you're a Moor after you sit down with him for an hour, you're incompetent or you're a sellout. Because there's no way that you're telling me you can't get this. There's no way. Well, people have to learn in their own way and they have their, yeah, I get it. But it's not that advanced. It's not even that advanced. Right? There's people that I put on game. Yo, they're not black or whatever. Like, yeah, that makes sense, whatever. Don't talk to them for about a year. And then when they get back, they're on some, man, that thing is a real thing. The past year, and they start rambling off. Madness going on in their life just because they start saying they're not black to people who they know. People losing their shit on him just because he's saying he's not black. These are just people. There's other people, no special degree, never read no anything crazy or whatever like that. You ever wonder why they call us black and we're not really black? Why they call us black people? I've been wondering about that for a little while, but I never really paid any attention or whatever. You pay attention and watch how fast you start talking about your Moors. The fact that they're going to fight you so hard when you start saying that you're Moor should let you know that you're on the path. The fact that they're going to do everything in their power to divert your attention away from the truth that we are all Moors. If we're Africans, we're Moors. If we're indigenous, we're Moors. Whatever. You name the brand name. Whatever the brand name is. Whatever the brand name is. Moor is who all these people's national name is as a collective. Somebody's going to sit back and then they're going to have the eureka moment, and then their whole life is going to change just because they found out that they're Moors. Just because they found out that they're Moors. I've seen illiterate people turn literate from proclaiming their nationality, saying they're Moor. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I've gotten calls from Moors who, when they were Negro, black, colored, they were illiterate. For whatever happened in their life, they dropped out of school at grade 4 or something. Grade 4, drop out. Oh, well, drop out of high school or whatever like that. I think you did something. Grade 4 dropout. Illiterate. Don't know how to read, but could understand from listening, hearing stuff. Get into more science. Now, well, Tajrik Bey said, RV Bey said, have a dictionary. I'm going to have to learn how to read then if I gotta have to read these books. Then I never picked up a book ever. I don't know what a book is. 5 years later, more happy. Happy. When you understand what you're reading, it makes a big difference. I never forget when he said it. He was illiterate. Went through all his life dumb. Don't know anything going around. Only know pictures. Knows nothing about letters. Taught himself how to read. Because he heard this Moorish thing, and this thing is like, this is right up my alley. Like I'm already indigenous. I know I'm indigenous. Got the card right here that I'm indigenous, but how come nobody said that we're Moors? Like, why are they saying we're Indians and all this? Why does my card say I'm Indian if I'm a Moor? Freed himself from mental slavery. Freed themselves from mental slavery. Like absolutely free. And people telling you where the freedom's at. Our people want to play games.
I have to protect my soul at all times because I know people are out there that have evil in their heart and are very demonic in their approach and will do everything possible to get close to me because I am light. I am close to God. God is within me.
God's inside me. God's inside you. God's inside all of us. So I'm walking with faith.
I'm not going to stand down on anything that I believe in. I'm only going to get stronger because I'm not alone. I have a whole army around me.
The system would like to keep you distracted physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. But we're not letting the system teach our kids what they tried to teach us and tell us that this is the way that the world goes. No, it does not. It's not the way we want it to go. We have the energy to shift this whole entire thing. So until we do that, we're just going to keep fighting.
The Moorish beard up and all that stuff. Everybody knows. But you think he went the route of indigenous? What you talking about? He went the way of the indigenous, Aboriginal, indigenous to the land. It is apparent that the awakening is going on. Wait. And speaking about the awakening, so one of the Moors, the heir, went to school, came home with the glasses, with the came home with the Eclipse glasses. So the Eclipse glasses, they're just giving out Eclipse glasses at school or whatever, so they gave out the Eclipse glasses. Gets home, checking the glasses. It's just cardboard, no lens, nothing. It's just cardboard. The print looks like it's a lens, but it's nothing there. It's just cardboard. Certified glasses or whatever. So we're talking about, it's real interesting that this stuff is going to be so blinding that you could go blind, don't look into it and all that. But then there's something in front of it, which is the moon. So if the moon's in front of it, like why are they saying don't look? Because the moon's blocking the stuff. So, and then if you're looking and all you could see is the moon, then this really should be a lunar thing. If it's a solar thing, then shouldn't the sun be the focus? Why, if the moon's blocking that? Well, obviously it means it's matriarch time right now. And this goes back to the ancient Egypt with the statues, and they had the mother little, and then the man behind her towering over her. And the Europeans saw that and said, oh yeah, patriarchy, see how big the man is and look how little she is. Yeah, but she was in the front. Big things come in small packages if you didn't realize. And it's actually your mother's time to get yourself in line, because it's really about the moon right now. if the sun, if you say pose for the picture and somebody stands in front of you, you're that's the picture. You're gonna send that to GQ. So go put that in the GQ. You standing behind somebody in the picture. Like, all you're seeing is the little sliver of the sun. Even nobody. The sun. Sun came from mom, right? Sun came from mom, isn't it? Now why don't you look? You know, you see the hand coming out or something. What are they trying? Because there's a possibility that, you know, the sun's a hole. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. And then the moon is an amethyst. And you're going to be showered with whatever you will. That's a portal. Because as above, so below. As within, so without. And we go the other way. As without, so within. As below, so above. And here we go. Enjoy the next 300 or whenever portal opens again. Oh yeah, where's the elder at?
One of the connections of the eclipse they don't talk about is the more spiritual side of it. Normally, this is when you can make major life changes. Okay, that's one of the first things that's happening. It's like going for a makeover on yourself, you know, and that's why one sits in either prayer or meditation or solitude, but to give thanks. And don't forget, it's only 68 minutes from beginning to end, from 2:37 Eastern Standard Time to 3:33 where it ends in Maine. Then in that period, since it starts at 2:37 Eastern Standard Time, you can begin to take stock of what you want, what your intentions are, what you plan to do with your life, and where you want it to go forward. Okay, and definitely stay in a state of thanks. It gives you a time to make a reset, to reboot, to rethink, to refresh yourself. Take advantage of that. That's the spiritual connection they talk about. They talk about more some of the drama that goes on, which is true. But then there's a spiritual component to it as well. And don't forget, what is it? The sun. The sun is the fire. The sun rules spirit. The sun brings warmth to every part of this planet Earth at some point. So if you can think of it like that, that's how you take advantage of it. It's
Check yourself. Check yourself. It's great. Islam, Moor.
Islam, Brian Sheik. Let you clear the record straight. We're not black, Negro, color, African American, etc. across the board. I don't know it's so hard to get it for someone to understand that. Not after sitting down, even for 1 hour with Brian Sheik, Tariq Bay. It shouldn't make any sense, yo. It really does not. I mean, It won't take anybody, shouldn't take anybody long to know what genocide means. All those brands are tagged the term, put you into dead status.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't be no confusion at all. Not any of the non-Negroes, not an Indian, not a tribe, not a tag, not a product. You don't understand that. But it just sick to me, Grand Sheik. It really is sick to me. Decolonization is a must.
Islam.
Decolonization is a must. All the sellouts need to get thrown under the bus. They're playing with nations of people's birthright. What's so hard about comprehending your country is under occupation?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. And then the trolls come in, they're telling you to your face to disrespect you. You won't even defend your own birthright. All the information coming from a dictionary, a book. It's not opinion. All of it's coming from congressional records. All of it's chronicled. All of it's true fact. None of it's being made up. None of it. But it's just sick across the board. The sellouts is real. Either you're a sellout or you ignorant. You just a dummy. It's either or. Why would you accept a dead status if someone tell you, and after you seen it, just George Floyd and him in front of all of us? Not hard for me, but it's really sick though. Genocide is a crime against the international community. Our country is under occupation.
Been under occupation too.
Papa No Jolly brought us everything. The foundation, 1913, OK Night Glory. It's real simple. Rob Muhammad sold out. Now you got what's left behind is Louis Farrakhan.
And then that was supposed to be a seat.
Right. It's just sick across the board. It really is. Our culture operates the planet. It's the politics that operate the planet. It's chronicled. It's not someone's opinion. Everything is documented from congressional records. Anybody talk anything negative about Todd, Tariq Bey, or Mother Mariah, RB Bay publication, they sell out. Don't listen to them. They sell out. Moor has been around the longest. That's the #1 online website for Moor. They've been doing it the longest. It's not someone's opinion. All facts. All principles. Not based off someone's opinion. I don't know why it's so hard for somebody to understand that and won't just accept truth for what it is. Been lied to your entire life. Got you worshiping a mystery God in the sky. Now you think you don't even come from a woman. Got to just disconnected from everything that's real. Just had a hybrid Albion European on here yesterday, day before yesterday, today telling you that you're not black. Black is Bleg. Bleg is pale and shiny. That's the root word of black. B-H-L-E-G, Bleg. It's in a dictionary. None of it's being made up. Everything's coming from a book, a dictionary, tool used for language. Y'all trolls ought to be ashamed of y'allself. Messy Jesse Jackson playing these black games, knowing damn well you're not black, or the people that you promoting it to. Not right now, man. Not right now, not right now, not right now, yo. Really doesn't make any sense. Someone to tell you your mom is the target to get wiped off the planet. And you happy with that? Your sister's the target. Your daughter's the target. You happy with it? The proverbial you? Genocide is a crime against the international community and divine law. Getting too many signals. And putting out that wrong energy message, Jesse Jackson. Al Sharpton, all y'all. Oprah Winfrey. Got people out in Hawaii thinking that a tornado started a forest fire. Tornado started a forest fire. Water started a fire. But the gig is up. Everybody knows what's going on. Those who want to accept the truth. No Tariq Bey been putting out the truth for years now. Telling you not Indian. Telling you not black. Telling you that still all mean Moors. But in the connotative version. Still all mean Moors though. The book told you before Taj did. The dictionary. But all of it is BS, man. She got yelled for.
It's a lot more. Also, the reminder too. The third installment, the Moor, the Mason, and the Alien. The third installment. Pretty crazy read. Talking about Noble Drew Ali and all that. Going back with these Europeans. This Noble Drew Ali prophecy. About Europeans telling the truth. That prophecy.
Based on the simple fact that there is the Moorish lassies, the story of the Moorish lassies. These were two Moorish women that were adopted into the King James kingdom, into the King James family. It wasn't ownership. It was adoption, bringing people out of a captive state and then marrying them or adopting them into the family.
Out of darkness into the marvelous light. Out of the black status into the in full life status. Out of the civiliter mortu status to the improprior persona status. Out of the coming out of the caves of Europe status to the human being with some type of manners status. And because he's a redhead, you already know he has the gene. Been watching him past a little while. Gnostic Pope. Modern European. Giving it to you. Giving it to you.
They're actively trying to sink the ship. Fast forward, that was like 1890, 1891. Albert Pike predicted all of this. Not planned it. Did. Because people, the Roman Catholic Church, like to smear Albert Pike as well. Like he's some crazy, scary Luciferian devil. Like, no, he just understood how shit worked. Because he mastered astrology. And every other, he took his step and he took his time and he did what needed to be done. And he knew a lot. And he didn't have a single college degree or nothing. But either way, basically, now after this, ironically, the same year that he dies, that discovery happens.
And the Maxim Almanac been putting it out. Been putting it out. Modern European again. Putting it out. Now, there is no debate. At this point, it's known. Moorish is the theme. Raleigh said, the only way you're going to get through is through him. That's the only way.
The only way.
The
only one that brought us our natural principles. The only one. All the rest of them was playing hide and go seek with it. But we all know now, though, sellout was real.
Super real.
And still got sellouts right now doing dumb stuff, causing confusion. Every platform Todd getting on, he tell them that they ended the code word for Moor. Every last one of them he get on. You tell them to their face, still Moor. They still want to claim tribes. Claim to be in a dead status. And continue to follow trolls that put out the wrong information.
Mm-hmm.
But all you can do is just tell the truth, shame deception. That's what Todd's been doing ever since he's been teaching. Again, anybody say anything negative about Mother Roz Mariah, don't listen to him. RV publication, don't listen to him. Anybody say anything negative about Brother Cujo Todd, Brother Cujo, Although I don't listen to them. All roads lead to Canaanland Moor. Geography, ground you land on. Feet wherever your feet are. So accept it, trolls. Accept the hybrid Avian Europeans, immigrants. Accept it. A banner is not a flag. People totally comprehend what's going on, but still want to play games. It's just really sick. People won't honor their own bloodline, accept the fact that they have a mother, accept the fact that they come from a woman. That's what it all boils down to. Honor your mother and your father. They belong on this earth. Not honor some mystery God in the sky. That hasn't helped you ever since you met him. You've been praying to him. Church ain't do nothing but bring computers across the board and still bring it. Selling you to the state. As soon as the mother and father get married. And the pastor's playing along with the game now. TDJs, Prepco Dollar, all of them. All of them 501c3 organizations. Louis Farrakhan. Playing church games. Telling people birthright. Getting into people hurt. They just George Floyd him in front of everybody. So that man Nick for 9 minutes try to say the cause of his death was because of asphyxiation. Benny Crump up and down on the East Coast on every scene, playing games, playing marching games. Across the board, black lives don't matter. Stop being black. The term that puts an individual in the lowest part of a caste system to get hurt. Cause someone to get killed just for reaching in their glove compartment for a license and a registration to a car. Which they shouldn't have in the first place. Just sick across the board. But in the age of Aquarius now, game's over. All the BS been exposed across the board. So accept it after and after. Y'all too late. Y'all are too late. Day late and a dollar short. Playing with Federal Reserve notes. People calling it money. Sellouts keep calling it money, know it's fiat. They messy. They just messy across the board. When you stick to the fundamental principles, one of the fundamental principles is a book, dictionary. It's a tool to help comprehend words that you speak, words that you see, words that you hear others say. None of it's being made up.
Who is that, your little daughter?
Yeah. None of it's being made up. I don't know what's so hard some chose to get complete comprehension of. Nothing's good from being a sellout. Nothing good from being a sellout. But they lose the most important jewel of all of it. That jewel is honor. They lose it. They have no honor. They have no honor whatsoever. All the sellouts. I yell the floor though. Game over. Everybody know what's going on. Common time. I yell the floor. Signal Lord Baltimore. Like the boat going into the bridge because everything collapsing. Common time though. I yell the floor. Divine law is tired of it. I yell the floor.
Oh, Moore was going in. He said, forget that. That sounded like his phone died or something.
We're literally failing at our own fucking obligations, and we don't realize it because we want to ride around on fucking go-karts and bucket hats and pretend like we don't have a peace treaty between. They don't even know that.
Islam Moore.
Islam Grand Sheik, I apologize.
It's all good.
But I yield the floor over. Like
all
just
right.
like to reiterate one more time though.
Yeah.
Get the message, make sure the message is clear. Anybody say anything negative about Brother Taj, RV publication, don't listen to him. Genocide is a crime against the international community. Our country is under occupation. It's just that simple. We are not black Indians or colored people or any of the non-negers across the board. Status is always first, but I yield the floor.
Islam.
We're literally failing at our own fucking obligations, and we don't realize it because we want to ride around on fucking go-karts and bucket hats and pretend like we don't have a peace treaty between. They don't even know the history of where those fezzes come from. Like they have no clue what is actually going on. They have the conflict between Christians or Christianity and the Moroccan Empire has absolutely, it was against Catholicism and the Holy Roman Empire. That was the conflict. Had nothing to do with the real Christians, the real Knights Templar who broke free from that rule. We were the ones helping the Moorish Empire go against the Catholics, going against the Roman Catholic Holy Roman Empire. That's what was going on. That's the real history. That's why the fez even exists as it does, and that's why we were allowed to even wear it. It's not cultural appropriation. It's respect for those who helped us. We're literally failing at our own fucking obligations. And
everybody knows what's up. You gonna keep playing games? Fine. keep playing games. You're entitled to play your little games. But the ones who, like somebody asked in the chat about the solutions to the problems. The problem is people calling themselves Negro, black, colored. The problem is the sellout leaders who aren't telling the people that they're Moors. So here we are. So we're gonna do Moorish with those who are Moorish, and everybody else they could catch up whenever they're ready to catch up. But we're not sitting around waiting while European and everybody else is making some type of progress. We better start doing something. Which majority of us unified with some other Moors, and we're doing something. Whatever it is, I don't care what it is. We're doing something. They're doing something for this nation. They're doing something, not just sitting on their birthrights. Because if we're talking about solutions, then the solution has to be for everybody's problems. And you're not solving anybody's problems until they have a nationality. So we can't even go into solutions until these people have a nationality. Then we could start talking about solutions. And until they have a nationality, the ones who do have their nationality are the ones who are preparing the way. And it's gonna be a sacrifice. Because there's so few people who really want to stand for truth. Majority of people, they're content in their lie. Man, when we talk about things like studying is natural. That's not even in the equation of solutions. Studying that's just natural. That's like breathing. Studying is not some chore. That's not something hard. For every more studying should be an easy thing. That ain't nothing. You do that with your eyes closed. It's so easy. Even the more, there's Moors in prison studying. What excuse you got to not study? Studying. They get their books mailed to them and all that stuff. They got internet in there. They're buying books and all that. Right? The issue is everybody else doesn't have the Negro black colored problem because everybody else is a national. So they can fix their problems. It seems like we're not fixing our problems. No, it's not. It's not our problems. That's the problem. Everybody has these problems. Everybody's complaining about rent and mortgage and whatever else is high right now. Not just Negroes. Everybody's complaining. Right? So they're trying to make everybody a slave class. And certain people who have nationalities, they're not playing slave class. They're just going to go over here and do their own thing in their own community. And their own are going to support their own. So now they got themselves out the way because they're working on their own. And then the ones over there, they're working on their own. And then the ones down there, they're working on their own. But these niggers over here, they're debating, are they Moors or not? But we're doing what we could do with what we have. Until everybody else is ready to step up to do something, then this is what we got. Until Mr. Whoever or Mrs. Whoever says, hey, you know what? Margaret said, yeah, I understand the Moorish paradigm and I'm willing to, and then set Moors up so we can start making the moves. And then here we are, doing what we can to put this word out, because some people dropped the ball 100 years ago, and we're paying for it. Right? Remember, the portal's about to be open tomorrow. So, all you mothers out there, get your little witchcraft hats on and stuff like that, and, manifest some stuff. You got this. You got this. So let's make it happen.
All honesty, Asiatic woman.
All honors, supreme honors to the Asiatic women. Honors to all the mothers. There's something about the sun being behind the moon. There's something new. I know they say it's a solar thing, but I don't know. I think they're missing something because they've been so patriarchal minded that they forget. Right? There's no way this rock, this boulder in the middle is in control of women and water and all these different things on the planet. No way. It's not no damn rock. Something else is going on with that. But we know that it's tied to Mother. So honors to her. Honors to Mother. Honors to all the Moors. Honors to all the modern Europeans doing their best to put out this Moorish history so that the world could know the truth about the ancient ones, and that we've returned. We're back. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Honors to you, Brother Bay.
Islam, Grand Street, all honest to Prophet Noble Jali Saudi. Islam, Asiatic woman, divine law. Thanking her for the gift of life. Thank divine law for all of it. Thank you, Prophet Noble Jali for connecting us back to it. Thanking Allah. Being grateful. All honest. Thank you, Grand Chief, for all you do for man.
Islam, Moor. It's an honor. Peace and love to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
Essentially, the Moorish science community, the Moors, basically, which is a generalized term of anyone of African descent. This is what was the term that was referred to as anybody. So pretty much anyone who is considered African American is technically a Moors, like a Moors descendant, being a descendant from Africa, being south of the equator. The term black is a magic spell that has been used to trick people into a false identity. The word black itself literally means Blake, which means white. So this is a trick by the Aryan supremacy, being the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire is now the Holy Roman Empire. If you're familiar with my content, we've gone over this tremendously. So long story short, people don't know about the Moors becoming friends and also uniting and even adopted and grafted into the Scottish families. So basically from Scotland all the way to northern Africa, being Egypt and everything else, there was a peace treaty that was established long ago, because we were all like our ancestors that branched out essentially were brought out of captivity. This is where we go back into the story of like Moses and everything too. The real story, the real history, not just the biblical allegories and all this other stuff. All of that stuff is essentially, we're literally failing at our own fucking obligations, and we don't realize it because we want to ride around on fucking go-karts and bucket hats and pretend like we don't have a peace treaty between. They don't even know the history of where those fezzes come from, Like they have no clue what is actually going on. They have the conflict between Christians or Christianity and the Moroccan Empire it was against Catholicism and the Holy Roman Empire. That was the conflict. Had nothing to do with the real Christians, the real Knights Templar who broke free from that rule. We were the ones helping the Moorish Empire go against the Catholics, going against the Roman Catholic Holy Roman Empire. That's what was going on. That's the real history. That's why the fez even exists as it does, and that's why we were allowed to even wear it. It's not cultural appropriation. It's respect for those who helped us. We're literally failing at our own fucking obligations, and we don't realize it because we want to ride around on fucking go-karts and bucket hats and pretend like we don't have a peace treaty between. They don't even know the history of where those fezzes come from. Like they have no clue what is actually going on. They have the conflict between Christians or Christianity and the Moroccan Empire it was against Catholicism and the Holy Roman Empire. That was the conflict. Had nothing to do with the real Christians, the real Knights Templar who broke free from that rule. We were the ones helping the Moorish Empire go against the Catholics, going against the Roman Catholic Holy Roman Empire. That's what was going on. That's the real history. That's why the fez even exists as it does, and that's why we were allowed to even wear it. It's not cultural appropriation. It's respect for those who helped us.
Once you understand that the so-called Indian is the Moor, you'll understand is that the fictional names that we've adopted to create divisions amongst us is the confusion. Because when you do the research, you'll find out that they're all Moors. That's the whole point. Get over it. And some of the Moors agreed to go by the designation Indian, thinking that they were getting some sovereignty from the hybrid Europeans. So do research on the Euro-Indian affairs, the evolutionary, and also the reservations that they created and got some of the different tribes to agree to be Indian to get a benefit. Some people call them $5 Indians. And then you got to deal also with not India, because there's no such thing as India, deal with people from Sindh, or what you call Hindustan, and the Naga, who also have been here with us, that also have their original origin from Central Africa and are pretending, some of them, that they're not Africans. So get over it. The argument is people buying into the artificial constructs that have been erected to divide the Asiatic African tribes and peoples against themselves. That's where that argument has its origin. Once you understand that the so-called Indian is the Moor, you'll understand is that the fictional names that we've adopted to create divisions amongst us is the confusion. Because when you do the research, you'll find out that they're all Moors. That's the whole point. Get over it. And some of the Moors agreed to go by the designation Indian, thinking that they were getting some sovereignty from the hybrid Europeans. So do research on the Euro-Indian affairs, the evolutionary, and also the reservations that they created and got some of the different tribes to agree to be Indian to get a benefit. Some people call them $5 Indians. And then you got to deal also with not India, because there's no such thing as India, deal with people from Sindh, or what you call Hindustan, and the Naga, who also have been here with us, that also have their original origin from Central Africa and are pretending, some of them, that they're not Africans. So get over it. The argument is people buying into the artificial constructs that have been erected to divide the Asiatic African tribes and peoples against themselves. That's where that argument has its origin. Once you understand that the so-called Indian is the Moor,